A road loss to the Washington Wizards, keeping the Lakers from a 30-game winning streak.
Derek Fisher with the ball made his 22nd start of the season last night because
Surveying the front court. Rice got Marshall in the air, 15-footer, first basket of the ball game. Playing the 84-83 win over Phoenix last night for LA. Bryant's scoop shot doesn't go. Down over twice on 3 possessions. Bryant fading and shot. AC Green missing. Shaq inside, and he will just stuff it down. Caffey 15-footer. Warriors still haven't scored. Foyle, the offensive board jump hook, is goaltended away by Shaq.
not smart at all.
Time. Danielle head of the key, and there is the
to burn Larry Hughes. There is a little bit of mentality of that with him.
Kobe Bryant dumping it down to Shaq, and he'll dump it down into the basket. So a couple.
Kobe had good vision, knew he drew a couple of defenders.
Nice feed from Marshall to Blaylock, and another goaltend on Shaq. But Danielle not only had the Kobe Bryant 19-footer off iron. Caffey will track it in the fourth, and almost got back into the ball game. Now Hughes, maybe more contact on that missed shot, and Caffey supposedly blocked as well.
Now there is intimidation. That was Shaquille O'Neal all the way.
And Bryant scoring on the other end.
Kobe Bryant. Well, that's why Phil Jackson starts AC Green.
Shaq running, tried to throw it off Foyle, and Marshall carries on.
AC Green starts. Caffey scores, but
Shaquille O'Neal only being 27 years of age. Kobe Bryant just a puppy at 21, and Kobe Bryant dunking it on cue there. Lakers with a 2-point lead. Hughes looking for his first points over Bryant and rimming it up and in. Larry Hughes had 32, finished 1 of his last 10 down the stretch. O'Neal defended well by Foyle. Second, Caffey with the rebound. Warriors with the 1-point lead. Marshall 3, make it 14-10. 98 and 880 tomorrow at 4, and Danielle's picking up the bill. AC Green
going to take me back to 74.
Bad knee. The fact that he's been able to strap it on for every game this year until tonight. And they talked about putting him on the injured list to rest him for the playoffs. And Shaq, AC Green misfiring, but O'Neal with the rebound. Warriors with a 1-point lead, and alley-oop that Bryant could. Warriors continue to go into Caffey, this time on Shaq, who did block at that time. 48% from the field his last 4 ball games, averaging nearly 19 points. Bryant's 3 doesn't go. Clock inside. Shaq challenged it. Mookie's reverse doesn't go. The layups aren't even going down. Hughes rimmed in the shot.
Does not commit, but there's Marshall.
Danielle with the offensive board. Montego Cummings back out to Marshall. His 3 is down. 3 take the lead.
Big shot.
It's a 5-point sequence. Kobe Bryant climbed games with a sprained ankle. Caffey an 18-footer. Hughes the board. Hughes the follow short. Caffey the rebound. Jason to lay it up and in.
But I'll tell you what, they've kept up. I mean, it's been rough here and there, but this is a gutty effort thus far. Kobe is really looking to shoot the ball tonight.
Mark Davis with the rebound, with 3, with 2. Marshall with 1 to lay it in.
Got to play half second. You got a half second left.
All evening long. Hughes inside, dropping it off. Caffey will dunk it down. Injured that left ankle in Minnesota. A little jump hook by Shaq doesn't go. Marshall.
Here on March tonight. And also hurt them in Los Angeles.
Don. Feed Shaq again. Jason just giving away inches and poundage. Shaq missing short. Larry Hughes on the defensive glass.
You see, even the deflection initially took Shaq away from the block.
Hughes inside to lay it up and in with the left hand.
I think the ankle's okay now.
Marshall off the glass. O'Neal with a very deep position. He wheels, he waits, he lays it in, and he draws the foul. Complete the 3-point play. Shaq. Montego Cummings, the 3, right through. And Montego tossed Caffey aside on the rebound.
People don't like it here. Thought he got moved a little bit. Finally, Fox gets it down.
Bryant. Looking on Montego, rises from 15, around and out.
The hand of the cookie jar.
Say, guess the other way. Kobe Bryant from the top of the key. And the Marshall 13 points and 7 rebounds. Warriors with a 7-point lead in the ball. Caffey 18-footer goes over Shaquille O'Neal. O'Neal now isolated on Caffey. Wheels in with a jump hook and rattles it up and in. I remember Phil Jackson coached Caffey in Chicago.
That last shot.
Alley-oop to Shaq, just one hand, dunked it down. So Danielle ran into Shaq. No call on the contact. St. Jean is livid.
I like the challenge.
Breaks the other way.
This is an easy hoop. If Robinson missed that last three-pointer, otherwise Phoenix had the win.
O'Neal stepping through, missing, and instead he'll back it out. Shaq inside. O'Donnell played him as well as you could play him. And Rice, 20-footer, perfectly through for LA. The trailing Knight. Beautiful ball movement by the Lakers.
Scored 4 points each of the last 2 games against Phoenix and New York.
Mookie 3 to untie it is down. And Rice turns, faces, fires it in again.
Terry Hughes, he doesn't want to come out.
He didn't play last night, so he should be the most rested Laker. Caffey along the baseline. They rotate it to Mookie. Another 3 on the way. Good!
Boys, he got it.
Bryant, final minute of the first half, knocked away by Hughes. Marshall pushes ahead to Blaylock. Mookie, 15-footer. Good! Blaylock with 10 in the
11, 12 years, you know you're going to make it.
Devin George firing another one in.
Even a rookie, I guess,
on top of it. So it's a good night all around for Danielle with a little jump hook, and he scores. O'Neal. The shot clock at 10. Backing in, firing it up and in, and Shaq 9 of 13 shooting with 8. Caffey turning, fading, and Jason now with a dozen. Neal again, just pushed off on foil, got his way to the rim and drew the foul. I don't know how you defend that.
As you mentioned before, his free throw shooting has improved here. Looking to be, that's a very flat shot. He got it done.
Shaq 1 of 3 free throwing with 19 points. Warriors up 5. Marshall firing it in again.
Now that's a beautiful jump shot.
Figure with no true center, the Warriors would be crushed there, but Caffey and Marshall have done well, and O'Neal has just been amazing to
the play, but he kept vision on the ball.
Bryant inside, dropping it back. Shaq will draw the foul and get himself to the
first person in history to win the scoring.
Shaq rattling. Larry Hughes thought about the 3 right around Bryant. Little runner in the lane. What a nifty move. And finished by Hughes, who now has Blaylock comes to double. They find Derek Fisher inside. Kobe Bryant with 8. Drop it back to Shaq. Look out. Shaq spikes it with the right hand with the rebound. It's been all Shaq. He's been the only Laker to score here in the third. Caffey swooping in and laying it up and in, atoning for his mistake. Up for others, but Bryant averages 22 a night, so he's going to start going for his average at some point. And on cue, Kobe not hit iron. Bryant on the run out. Blaylock the one man to beat. Kobe will rise and miss the jumper. That's Blaylock looking for the traffic to clear. Now with the shot clock at 8, he'll use the foil screen. 19-footer good.
And he waited. In the first quarter left.
Had 5 in the first half, including a 3. He'll launch a 3 right through.
Now, Larry Hughes, but Gary St. Jean was just not livid, but very disappointed on the play.
O'Donnell rolling, and Larry Hughes, Shaw, rattling it out. Marshall, length of the floor pass to Mookie to finish it with the right hand.
On that weak side.
They dump it into Shaq. Little pump fake, another foul, and O'Neal back to the foul line.
On his foot, kicked it right back up again. Looked pretty good, and you know what?
Brian Shaw, Travis Knight, Rick Fox, and Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq inside. Couldn't catch the ball, but sweatshirts, dress collar shirts, caps, all-star shirts for
Gary St. Jean has to be pleasantly surprised so far.
Hughes had it knocked away to Foyle. Better look to Caffey, splitting the defense, lay it up and in, and draw the foul. Caffey was 16.
But that luck of the bounce in when he got that ball the first time, chasing around. Look out.
Shaq inside, and Shaq and Foyle spill. Now, I want to see the replay on this because and completes it. George, Rick Fox, and Shaquille O'Neal. They dump it into Shaq on Caffey this time, and the foul on the catch will send out in the first half, but 10 here in the third.
Daniel Marshall with 1 more rebound than Shaq.
Marshall rising. Tipped up and in by Mark Davis. A big rebounding the Lakers 47-32. Shaq inside. And a silly grab in addition to the dunk will send
21 rebounds. Now they've done their best. They're going to throw it past half court. No, this is as good as you could hope for.
Fox rushing quickly back to Bryant, 27-footer. Oh yeah.
You could see it coming. Two men jumped over at Rick Fox.
A closing burst by the clock at 7. Shaq out to Brian Shaw, sets his feet for the 3. A 15 against a Laker team that allows people to shoot only 41% and score 91 points. And another 3 dropped in, make it an 18-3 Laker run. 18.
Got pushed under the basket. He should have grabbed that rebound initially.
Shaq finally misses. Foyle saves it out to Marshall, but they're in the ball game against the best team in the NBA. Shaq little jump hook.
And the best player in the NBA. No question about it.
Backdoor. Foyle blocking the shot. Marshall pulling away the deflection. Missed block on the rookie Devin George. Alley-oop to Caffey. And Blaylock threw it too high.
What's going to happen here?
And Shaq will dunk it down. Shot clock at 6.
Mookie helping out, maybe turn the other way.
Shaq with an ode to Kareem, a little scumper. Warriors have gone stone cold. 22-5 Laker run and make it 24-5.
Making it real tough to hit shots.
Hughes double clutching and a much needed basket. 3 by Kobe to end the third. Just had that sense of finality as Fox drops in another 3.
Shaw, Ori, George, Rick Fox, schooled in North Carolina. I think really a star player in the league.
Double team. Shaq rotated to George, another 3. He's made 4 of 4. The rookie Devin George is
53-11. And if they win tonight, it'll be their 11th win in a row.
Marshall steal, the run out for Danielle, who's just having a marvelous game. 20. Rick Fox another 3. Jacobson couldn't wall off Devin George. Bryant to Shaq, lay it in, draw the foul. And O'Neal with 40 tonight.
Pretty. But the bottom line, Bob.
Look for O'Neal again, instead Derek Fisher. Down to Shaq, he's just grabbed and held, and O'Neal back to the foul line. Trivia question, answer to a number for $100.
All right. Chicago Bulls, the 76ers in 1981, but they did not win. They didn't win the title until '83.
Sam Jacobs
lost in 2 months.
All knocked away by Caffey. Warriors down 11, 4:20 left, and Caffey miscommunication. We got another Shaq breakaway dunk.
Yeah, he's making a statement. Phil Jackson is allowing him to do it.
O'Neal had 61 against the Clippers as Hughes drops in.
I want to see San Antonio, defending champs, play this team in the second round.
Shaq missing, and Caffey with a rebound. 11-point game, 3:33 left. Blaylock laying it up and in.
A game in the playoffs, and if he retaliated.
Shaquille O'Neal turning and firing. Remember Mike Reardon in the NBA Finals trying to get in a fight with Rick Barry. Barry wasn't having any of it. They're trying to get Barry ejected. Marshall 3. It's not over in Oakland with 2:50.
Says you got to let him know where your limit is. I used to worry about my image, not now. Good.
Glenn Rice had it blocked by Hughes. Glass. New 24 for the Warriors. Hughes reversing it out. Jacobson follow in.
That's big. There's a 3.
It's short, and the rebound to Rice. That would have brought the house down.
The last 3 shots of Mookie in this quarter have all been short.
Shaq will not be short, dunking it back the other way. Timeout Warriors. The miss with 3.
Yeah, but that was good defense. He was looking for a 3. Mookie got this one up.
Hughes crashing the offensive boards, and Hughes committing the foul. Mookie is 82%. And he misses the...
Michael Jordan threw a punch at Reggie Miller and got Aaron Bear.
Aaron Bear.
All righty.
Danielle Marshall drop it back to Caffey. Excellent play out of the out of bounds for the Warriors. Shaq with a minute 15 left.
I'd play this one straight. I would definitely play this possession straight.
O'Neal's jump hook is in.
Now, that doesn't mean I wouldn't have fouled him as he caught the ball down.
Like Grant Hill and Gary Payton, but I agree with you. I think Shaq will win it in a runaway.
Well, 63 wins right now.
Jacobson off glass. Play. We'll see if they start fouling Shaq should he touch the ball again.
Well, they didn't wait for that. They just fouled.
Are fouling intentionally, so the final margin may be more than could have been a wire job.
And we talk about that all the time, about the great needing him the whole way.
Marshall with Rice right on him. And Danielle was kneed and will get himself.
Be very proud of his troop tonight.
Marshall hitting both. Back to his 5-point game. Shaq again taking it out of bounds, having problems getting it in bounds. Bryant again. The 82% free thrower and the good ball handler will be grabbed by Hughes. Farmer a cameo at 2 minutes. Other than that,
he's going to pad his stats with free throws here in the final.
For Marshall on Bryant, Danielle firing over him. Caffey, another offensive board. Great Warrior effort on the glass all night long. Montego to hoist a three, and that hit nothing.